Tired of your campsite menu looking like everyone else's? Today, we're doing a total 180. We are taking the prep inside the rig and firing up the Blackstone outside for my version of chicken and shrimp pineapple boats. This is a sweet and savory flavor explosion featuring a bourbon-infused glaze that takes this dish to the next level. I'm going to show you exactly how to pull this one off. This dish is road tested and captain approved, so let's get cooking. Here we are for another segment that I'll call Cooking with a Captain. All right, so most people who know us personally know that I do most of the cooking for the family. I like to find crazy and wild recipes that I can do in different things, and I think everything I can cook at home, I can cook in my RV.
What are we making?
We are making some kind of rice and a pineapple. That's what we're gonna call it. Well, let me show you guys. I was flipping through the latest Costco connection, and I came across this recipe, and I said, I can make this. So it is called Bourbon Chicken Pineapple Boats. That sounds a little more...
That sounds a lot better than chicken with rice and a pineapple.
Well, so I've already started putting all of my ingredients together. I'm going to walk you through kind of how I'm going to switch this recipe up a little bit to be more camper friendly. This is about 2.5 pounds of chicken thigh, right? So I'm just going to kind of cut it like this because we're going to, as they say in the recipe, throw it in a pan. I'm going to cook it on a griddle. Because why? We're camping, and what do a lot of people use in their camp? They use their Blackstones. Alright, so remember I said I'm going to change this recipe up a little bit for camping, right? So I've added a couple things to the recipe for one. So it doesn't have peas and carrots in it, and it doesn't have egg in it, because I'm going to fry rice this, right? I'm going to put it on the griddle, and I'm going to do the whole thing with frying the rice, basically. So it's going to be a little bit different. I wanted to add a little bit more to it. But we're going to make this slurry sauce that kind of goes in here with it. It said to use 1/4 cup of soy sauce. So we're going to... that looks good. Sesame oil. Ridiculously strong flavor. You do not want to use too much of this. That would be bad. 1/2 teaspoon. Brown sugar. Brown sugar's for that sweetness, right? We don't want to use that cup again, but I do want to use a cup because it's just important for brown sugar. This is about, I'm going to go a little less than 1/3 of a cup. Right in that bowl there. Rice vinegar. So we got rice vinegar here. It says to use 1/4 cup. Ginger. I'm omitting the ginger. There's a few members of the family that don't really care for it. We've got that garlic. So let's grab that. I got a nice spoon. We're just gonna, that looks good. Cornstarch and bourbon. That's where we get the bourbon out of the recipe. So let's see, how much cornstarch do we need? A teaspoon. Just a teaspoon? Doesn't seem like a lot. So we're gonna call that a teaspoon. Looks good to me. And 2 tablespoons of bourbon. We really have to measure the bourbon, folks. Does it really matter? 1, 2. It's good to me. Stir this up and set it aside. You might be wondering why we use a bourbon glaze instead of a standard sauce. When that brown sugar and bourbon hit the hot griddle, they caramelize instantly. That gives you the perfect, sticky, sweet crust on the chicken that you just can't get from a standard grilling recipe.
Walt wants to know what time the pineapple chicken's going to be done. Right, Walt. Tough day, bud?
He is making this pineapple salsa type thing that they want us to throw together. So I'm just gonna follow from the instructions, right? Mix the pineapple. So pineapple. That's a lot of pineapple. And that's only part of it. Here's the other pineapple's worth of pineapple. I'm not gonna use all the cilantro, that's a whole bunch. Maybe I'll use, you know, half of it, a good handful, because I like it. The tomato. We're gonna require a bigger bowl here. That's better. So we have the tomato, the pineapple, the cilantro, okay? The mango. Here's 2 mangoes. So I know my family is a little onion averse. So we're gonna use about that much. And then we're also gonna put the lime juice in here. So this is a really nice mango pineapple salsa. I rolled the limes on the counter. That's a thing to get the juices flowing. Now we're gonna get the juice out of the lime, right? But I'm gonna stick a fork in it and I'm gonna squeeze and twist. That's gonna get all of our juice
All over the camera.
all over the camera, all over me. It's a classic culinary rule. When you have savory, fatty proteins like chicken and shrimp, you need acid and fruit to wake that dish up. One of the additional things to this recipe is skewered shrimp. Now, in the recipe itself, they don't have instructions on how to make this, but this is something that I make all the time. I'm gonna put them all on here. Now, I got these shrimp at Costco. They're probably 13, 15s. They're big and they're peel and eat. So the shell on, and then you just peel it off after they're cooked and eat. I've got a little salt and pepper on them because everything tastes better with seasoning. I've got a little pan with a half a stick of butter, a scoop of that garlic, some salt and pepper. But I've got all my other things that need to go outside with me ready to go. Got rice in the pot. I've got my chicken marinating. So we're going to transition this show outside and see where we go from there. All right, change the venue. We're outside here with the Blackstone. I have a 22-inch Blackstone 2-burner with a nice lid. We put it on our nice aluminum table here. This thing's well used, so it looks a little dirty. So I'm gonna throw the chicken on here. We're gonna get some nice sizzle action going, and we're gonna cook. I'm gonna cook the chicken. I'm gonna push it out over to the side. Then we're gonna get the rice going. Then we're eventually just gonna mix all this up together, right? Put the shrimp on the side, so you'll see how it all comes together. rule of thumb for the Blackstone. Always make sure your griddle is perfectly level before you start. All right, we're back. Right, so everything's cooked. We've got our rice and chicken, we've got our shrimp, got our pineapple bowls, we've got our mango pineapple salsa. Took with the innards of the pineapple, right? So I think the best way to build this is to just take our rice and fill it. Here's a pro tip. Keep your carved out pineapple boats cold until the very last second. It creates a better temperature contrast with the hot caramelized chicken and shrimp, and it keeps the pineapple firm so it holds your meal together. Give it a little scallion on top, a little green onion. We're gonna take some of this salsa we made. We're gonna kind of throw it on top. Got that lemon and cilantro and onion and pineapple and tomato in here. And we're gonna take one of these. We're gonna kind of go like that. And now we've got this awesome dish that I've put together for the family. We're all four gonna sit here and eat it, and hopefully everybody likes it. The deep, savory marinade on that juicy chicken hits your palate first. But then, you get the bright, acidic pop from the lime marinated pineapple and mango salsa, which cuts right through the richness. It's sweet, it's salty, and honestly, it's exactly what you want on a summer day in the sun. And that's how you redefine what's possible no matter where the road takes you. This meal was road tested and captain approved. If you're new to the channel or are not following us yet, hit that like and subscribe button. And let me know in the comments, what's your go-to meal that isn't a dog or a bird?